fielder Riley Schultz, and batting ninth, number 15, the catcher Isaac Turner. Julie is a longtime fan, contributor, and board member of the Waterville Baseball Club. She has dedicated countless hours of mowing, concessions, and more. She's never turned us down. She basically does all kinds of jobs. She does everything. Julie gives everything outside of the fences. Endless TLC. Julie is the daughter of William J. Gross. As a loyal fan throughout the decades, she has watched and rooted for her father, 2 brothers, 4 nephews, a son-in-law, and a grandson. She also makes the best sauerkraut that you can ever have. The Waterville Baseball Club thanks you, Julie Fessel.
Hey, pleasant good evening to you. Welcome to Waterville in the last game of the 2022 Fox 9 Town Ball Tour. A perfect evening for baseball. Not a cloud in the sky at this lovely facility, and it's a good matchup tonight, too. The New Prague Orioles, with a record of 12 wins and 9 losses, will visit the Waterville Indians, the hometown team, with a record of 17-3 coming into this game. Jeff Pappas with you tonight, and glad to have you along here on Fox9.com and on Prep Spotlight TV. As you look at the first pitch, we'll get into the starting lineups here before the national anthem. For New Prague, leading off, center fielder Ben Boothie, batting second and playing short, Jake Deutsch, batting third and playing third base, Gavin Bergman, batting fourth and playing first base, James Furness, batting fifth and playing left field, Bennett Isley, batting sixth and playing second base, Jacob Mader, batting seventh and playing right field, Spencer Kyer, batting eighth, the designated hitter, Matt Zweber, and batting ninth and doing the catching, Anthony Mader. Pitching for New Prague tonight, Nathan Sproles, 0-1 on the season, 7 innings pitched, an earned run average of 5.14. For Waterville, leading off and playing center field, Clayton Bartle, batting second and playing second base, Josh Cook, batting third and doing the pitching, Luke Sellner, batting fourth and playing short, Ben Baran, batting fifth and playing first base, Shane Sellner, batting sixth, the designated hitter, Dalton Gross, batting seventh and playing right field, Nolan Gross, batting eighth and playing left field, Riley Schultz, and batting ninth and doing the catching, Isaac Turner. The pitcher tonight, the third baseman, is Sam Steer, who is being hit for by the designated hitter. The pitcher is in the batting order tonight for Waterville, and that is Luke Sellner. 4-1 on the season, 31 in the third innings pitched, ERA of 1.72. He struck out 33 and walked 19. And it's a terrific night, as we have mentioned, for baseball. We're coming up on the state tournaments, which we'll have for you here on Prep Spotlight TV as well. And we've got some special events coming up we're going to tell you about tonight, especially one with the Minnesota Twins coming up to honor the town ball players. Still wait for the throwing of the first pitch. We'll then get the national anthem as we get a presentation here. The Town Ball Tour plaque that Fox 9 gives out to all the host cities. And I have to admit, we have had, I don't think we've had a bad night this summer. I know the games that I've done on this tour, they've all been perfect. And tonight is certainly no exception. 84 degrees, not a cloud in the sky. And what wind there is blowing sort of towards the right field corner. A little bit of a swirling wind, but not really enough to be a factor tonight. It's just going to be a great night to sit and watch baseball, and the breeze will keep the bugs away. So you can't beat that. Now the Fox 9 is doing a live shot at this point, which is why and there's the first pitch. Our vantage point here at William Gross Park is just above the fence behind the right-hand batter's box. So we're going to have to look alive up here tonight. Possibility we may get some foul ball action this way from the left-handed batters. Looking at these two teams, it's been a terrific year for Waterville offensively. The team, Waterville, is hitting .331 as a team this year. 11 home runs they've hit as a team. And now we'll get an honor guard presenting the colors, I should say, followed by the national anthem, and we'll have our game underway.
Give us a few seconds to get set. Honor guard! Up! Left! Face! Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars in a perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rocket's red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave?
I was here.
The national anthem performed, and then we'll get our game underway tonight.
In just a few moments, we'll be ready to play ball. Please enjoy yourselves, have fun at America's great pastime.
Wait for the teams to take the field here, and we'll
we would like to thank our umpire for this evening, Mr. Chad Atherton.
get things underway. Chad Atherton is the umpire tonight.
On the 50-50 raffle, we are now at $4,800 That means
And for some reason, our score bug isn't
winner.
working here. What's the deal with
And you got
that?
about an hour to buy tickets yet.
Let's see here. It is not what we would say popping up.
Another update is now up to $5,000.
So I have to have you imagine the score in your mind, I guess, until we have a chance to figure that out. New Prague is in the first base dugout wearing the black uniforms. And third base dugout on the near side is Waterville. Now we got it. You know, you just need to have somebody that knows what they're doing set this thing up, which is why you should leave me as far away from it as possible. I think that would be a good idea. Well, watch out tonight for the top third of the Waterville order. The player with the lowest average among those three is Sellner, and he's hitting .441 for 20 games. Waterville is a good offensive team, a team batting average of .331 with 11 home runs, and they take the field here. And New Prague will counter with a starting 9 and lineup that does not have a home run this season. However, they still won 12 ball games and are quite a team. They have had some injury issues. They have several college players on their team that have gone down by the injury route here, so they are trying some different things as we get to the end of the regular season. This is the last game of the year for Waterville. New Prague still has 2 games left to play after this, and then they go off to the playoffs. As you look at the right-handed pitcher, Luke Sellner for Waterville. Sellner, as I mentioned, 4-1 on the season. Average, his earned run average is 1.72, 39 strikeouts. This team has a staff ERA of 2.68, and they're hard to score on, and they're hard to retire at the plate, which is obviously the combination that you want. Here at the Willie, the dimensions: 317 down the left field line, 345 to the alley in left center, 365 to center, 325 in the right center field alley, and 315 down the right field line.
Leading off for the New Prague Orioles, number 3, center fielder Ben Boothie.
Here's Ben Boothie to lead off for New Prague, getting 242, no home runs, 3 runs batted in, right-handed batter, and he wears number 3. We'll have a look here as home plate umpire will brush off the plate, and we'll get underway. We are going to start just a shade early tonight, but not as egregious as it's been some nights on the tour. Boothie stands in, and here's Sellner. First pitch at 7:25, and he leans him back with a fastball. 1 ball and no strikes. Jake Deutsch, the shortstop, is on deck, and Gavin Bergman will follow here in the top half of inning number 1. Here's the 1-0. And another breaking ball is up and in, and it's 2-0. Of course, these teams, despite not being far apart geographically, are in different conferences. Here's the 2-0. There's a fastball through there for strike 1. So it's a non-conference game, could say. There's a pitch, and it's hitting the air on the infield. And coming over to make the catch, and Sellner, the ball drops. And an error scored, and Boothie reaches.
Now batting for the Orioles, number 1, the shortstop.
And here's Deutsch, the shortstop. Checking in at 350, no home runs, and 12 runs batted in, so a high sky here. And it is a little bit of a sun field. As you can see, the edge of the shade line is right about where that ball dropped, and there's a fastball in to Deutsch. 1 ball and no strikes. Gavin Bergman waiting on deck. Now the pitch. That's a fastball catching the inside corner. 1 ball and 1 strike. Shane Sellner at first base. Luke Sellner, the pitcher, and it was Shane that committed the error there. Now the pitch. Breaking ball is in, and it's 2 balls and a strike. Deutsch looks to be trying to establish an inside corner here, but he's been high with many of his early offerings. 2-1 to Jake Deutsch. Fastball is wrapped on the ground to third. Steer up with it to Cook. Low throw on to first, not in time. But they get enough to force the leading runner, 5-4, and that'll bring up Bergman.
That brings up number 30.
Gavin Bergman, 357 on this season, no home runs. And 3 runs batted in. Still the runner at first base. And 1 out, so we'll see if Deutsch is moving at all here. There's a strike called. 0-1 to Bergman. Deutsch has 2 steals on this season. He gets a decent lead at first base, and here's the pitch, and there's a breaking ball over, and it's 0-2 to Bergman. Haven't played straight away in the outfield. Right fielder playing a little bit off the line towards the alley in right center field, but it's 0-2 here. And Luke Sellner looks in. Drops down, comes sidearm and hangs it up high. 1 ball and 2 strikes. Now ready. And he'll step off. That will force the runner Deutsch back to first base. 1 gone here in the top half of the first inning. And the pitch. There's a fastball a little bit low. Good take there by Bergman, 2-2. Furness waits on deck for New Prague. Glad to have you along here on a perfect summer's evening in Waterville. Here's the pitch, swung on, and that is lined down the third baseline. Foul, just foul. And the count will ride at 2 balls and 2 strikes. Umpire Chad Atherton on the call, and wasted no time in declaring the ball foul. So Bergman gets another look here with the count at 2 balls and 2 strikes. Here's the pitch. Swung on, and that is grounded past Steer and into left field for a base hit. Deutsch will check in at second base. Bergman aboard with a single to left, and it'll bring up James Furness, the first baseman.
First baseman, James Furness.
Batting .416, Furness with no home runs, but leads the team with 22 runs batted in, and he's got a runner in scoring position here in the top half of the first inning. Here's the pitch. And that gets off the catcher's glove. It'll be a pass ball, and both runners will move up. So the error to start off the game may prove more costly than you might think, as the runner at third base, Deutsch, forced Boothie. Would be an unearned run if he comes in to score. And now the pitch to Furness. He swings late on the fastball, and it's 1-1. Bennett Isley, the left fielder, is on deck now for New Prague. As Sellner looks in. And the pitch. Swung on and hit in the air on the right side, foul ground. Turner, the catcher, going over, and he makes the catch. It's a big out there. That's the second out. Furness fouls out to the catcher.
Now batting number 26, left fielder Bennett Isley.
And that'll leave it up to Bennett Isley, 277 on the year. No home runs, 5 runs batted in, but 2 runners in scoring position here for New Prague in the top half of the first inning as they try to draw first blood here in the last game of our Fox 9 Town Ball Tour. Sellner looks in, and the pitch. Breaking ball over for a strike. Jacob Mater is on deck if Isley can reach, and New Prague looking to spring a surprise here. Could do with a base hit. 0-1. It's a breaking ball high. 1-1. Now from the stretch, he works, and he missed outside. 2 balls and a strike, and Sellner gives you a lot of different looks. He's dropped down, he's changed his arm angle, he's worked from the stretch, he's worked from a slide step. He's done a whole bunch of different things here in the first inning, but he hardly comes at you the same way twice. Here's the pitch, and has a breaking ball that is low, and it's now 3-1. We'll see if the number 5 man gets the green light here at 3-1. Here's the pitch. Drops down, and he missed up high. Ball 4. And Isley walks, and they're loaded for Mater. Jacob Mater, 268, no home runs. 5 runs batted in on the season. So Jacob Mater standing in now with a chance to do some real damage. Pitch taken for strike 1 on the inside corner, and not a bad idea to take there when the opposing pitcher is having a little issue finding the plate. Open stance for the batter. Plate straight away. Here's a 1-0. Breaking ball, strike 2. So Sellner has come back with a couple of good-looking pitches after walking Isley. Nothing in 2. Oh, tough pitch to take there, but a breaking ball just off the plate. 1 ball and 2 strikes. Deutsch at third, Bergman at second, Isley at first. Here's a 1-2 pitch. Swung on and wrapped towards the middle, and it's going to be played there by Boren. He flips over to Cook. That forces Isley and retires the side. No runs, 1 hit, 1 error, and the bases left loaded in the first inning for New Prague, which fails to score coming to the bottom of the first, and Waterville is due up.
After a half inning, 0-0.
For years, people have come to me and they've said, our kids get really nervous during severe weather. Is there something you can recommend? I've always said the same thing. Make your children the storm captain. Give them a hat, a clipboard with your personal storm plan written down, a whistle, and when we start talking about a severe thunderstorm watch, your storm captain is in charge of mustering the entire family with your personal storm plan. Give them power over the storm.
Bottom half of the first inning coming up, and there you look at Nathan Sproles. Starting pitcher for New Prague tonight. Sproles on the season has had 1 start, 7 innings. 5.14 earned run average, and he took the loss in his only start, but he has an interesting task here tonight to try and shut down a Waterville lineup that has been producing in a big way. And now that they've played 20 games, the stats are no longer on a small sample size. So we'll check that out. Bladen Barter will lead off, the center fielder. Here we go. Left-handed batter will start things off.
Leading off for the Indians, number 2, the center fielder, Bladen Bartle.
Bladen Bartle.
Now we're national champions, you don't wear it.
Sproles ready. Right-hander looks in, and here is the pitch. Fastball, good pop on it, but it's high. 1 ball and no strikes. Looking at the shadow, the ball is coming out of shadow into sun and back into shade at this point. Here's a pitch hit foul on the third base side, and that's going to get out of play.
Reminder, $1 for all return foul balls.
1 ball and 1 strike, and it's a buck of foul ball here tonight in Waterville, so the kids with a chance to experience the virtues of free enterprise. Here's a 1-1, swung on, and it's up high, 2 balls and a strike. Josh Cook is on deck. Luke Sellner, the pitcher, is batting third tonight for Waterville. Sproles ready, and the pitch. Strict call to the fastball, and it's 2-2. Two balls, two strikes. Wells goes back behind the mound as the ball got away on the throw back to the mound. Squirrel's ready, and he works 2-2. Swung on and laced to the gap in left center field. That'll split the outfielders, and it will get to the fence. Let's see how many Bartle can get. And he will jog into second with a stand-up double to start the bottom of the first inning.
That brings up number 16, the second baseman, Josh Cook.
So the leadoff hitter, Bartle, jump starts the offense with a leadoff double, and here's Josh Cook. Second baseman, he's hitting .457 on the season. No home runs and 11 runs batted in.
There's a ball on the field, right field. Ball on the field, right field.
And a stray ball lines up in the right field corner. So
out there, little leaguers, please do not throw balls on the field.
You don't want that on the field, certainly, as now Matter comes out to talk to his pitcher. Fastball ran up, and Bartle did not miss it. Now Sproul's ready. Comes set, and here is the pitch. Swung on and tap fouled on the third base side for strike one. Sellner winds up in the on-deck circle. Josh Cook, 13 singles, 3 doubles, and 35 at-bats. So he has gotten the job done. As has just about everybody that's put on the Waterville uniform this season. A gaudy record, 17-3, as we mentioned, and now the one strike. Fastball through there. And it's 0-2 to Josh Cook. Right-hander stands tall, ready from the stretch. Swing and a miss at a curveball in the dirt. Struck him out, but they'll have to throw him out, and they do. Strikeout for Cook and 2-3 on the putout. And that's the first out and the first strikeout for Sproles. And here's Luke Sellner, the pitcher, and he's hitting .441. So the top three, as I mentioned, have really done the damage for Waterville this season. He's got a home run and 24 runs batted in. Right-handed batter standing deep in the box with an open stance. Sproles ready. Fastball is a little bit high. 1 ball and no strikes. Leadoff batter Bartle is on at second base after his leadoff double. And he steps off, steps towards second base as Bartle jogs back. Been dancing around out there trying to get the pitcher's attention, so he steps off and says, "Yeah, I see you." 1 ball and no strikes. Fastball through there. Sproles, some pretty good pop. Most of the players on this New Prague team are actually from New Prague, and of course in town ball you find players in a potpourri of different communities on some teams, but most of the players on this team are hometowners. There's a 1-1 pitch coming. It's another fastball that's up, and it's 2 balls and a strike to Sellner. They are playing Sellner to pull in the outfield. As Bartle gets his lead from second base. He's got a pretty good lead out there. Now the pitch. Breaking ball is hit in the air to left center field. Coming on is Isley. He calls for it, and he makes the catch for out number 2, retiring Luke Sellner. That'll lead it up to the shortstop.
That brings up the cleanup hitter, the shortstop, number 17, Ben Boran.
Ben Baran, 371, 2 home runs and 17 runs batted in. I mentioned that this Waterville team has hit 11 home runs in 20 games, and Moran has 2 of them. He is not the leading power threat on this team, however. Sproles ready. Breaking pitches in the dirt, and a block there by Matter, and it's ball 1. Sproles give up the leadoff double to Bartle and is trying to bear down and get himself out of the inning here. Now the set. And the pitch. Fastball late, and he threw it right past him for strike 1. 1 ball and 1 strike. Shane Sellner, first baseman, is on deck if Moran is able to keep the inning going here. 1 ball and 1 strike. Now the pitch. Fastball is high. 2 balls and a strike. Sproles, a comparatively deliberate worker compared to some of the pitchers that we've seen on this town ball tour. Of course, he's got a runner on base, so that will slow things up by nature, but we have seen some quick ball games in this tour this summer. Now he steps off, and that'll force Bartle to go back. Two-one delivery. Breaking ball. That's high, and it's 3-1. You do have to tread lightly as you walk through the top half of the order for Waterville, and now Sproles finds himself behind 3 balls and a strike. Fastball, and there's his first walk. Moran reaches 1 strikeout, 1 walk here in the first, and here's Shane Sellner, the first baseman, was a relative slacker at 290 with no home runs and 8 runs batted in. I say that tongue planted firmly in cheek, of course. But Sellner now with a chance to drive in the game's first run. New Prague had 2 runners on the top of the inning, and now Waterville with 2 on in the bottom of the frame. Here's the pitch. Breaking ball and a beauty, over for a strike, 0-1. Dalton Gross, the DH, is on deck, and he is the leading power hitter for this Waterville team. So if Shane Sellner can reach, the big bats, or power bats anyway, are still to come. 0-1. Breaking ball is grounded towards short. Deutsch up with it, and he elects to go to first base in time. And that retires Shane Sellner on the side in the first inning. They get a hit and leave 2. We have played 1 inning, no score here from the Willie on the Fox 9 Town Ball Tour.
Bill Byrne and Lakeview Resort offering $50 for the first home run hit during this game. $50 for the
All season long, you've gathered with friends, neighbors, and family at ball yards all across Minnesota.
Still going, gone! A home run!
Diamonds that define hundreds of communities. Town Ball binds together our passion for baseball and our hometowns.
15 pitches in the first for Sproles. And 10 strikes. Chad Atherton out to dust off the plate, and now we'll resume play for New Prague. Spencer Kyer to lead off. He's batting 167, no home runs, and 8 driven in. Right-handed batter wears number 7.
Leading off for New Prague, number 7, the right fielder, Spencer Kyer.
And they have him played slightly to pull as Selner ready, and he works, drops the arm down and missed high with a fastball. 1 ball and no strikes. He is giving us different arm slots, arm angles. There's a traditional 3/4 there and a swing and a foul tap at the plate by Kyer. 1 ball and 1 strike, but he's gone sidearm a couple of times. 3/4, somewhere in between, and now the 1-1. Breaking ball high. 2 balls and a strike. Number 7 man in the New Prague order. Swung on, and that is fouled away on the first base side. Evens the count at 2 balls and 2 strikes.
$1 to the concession stand, $1.
Glorious evening for baseball here. Little leaguers here, free ice cream, free admission. You can't beat it. Here's a 2-2 pitch, and that is inside, and the string is out now on Kyer at 3 balls and 2 strikes. Selner ready, and here he comes, 3-2. Drops down and got him on the inside corner, and Kyer is a strikeout victim looking here to start the second inning. First strikeout for Selner, and here's Matt Zwaber, the designated hitter.
Now batting for New Prague, number 12, the designated hitter, Matt Zwaber.
He is hitting 143. He's 1 for 7 in limited duty here. No home runs and 1 RBI. And a pitch, he bluffs a bunt and actually offered, so it's strike 1. And that will bring Steer into the edge of the grass at third base. Then he swings and misses on a fastball, and he's behind 2 strikes. And Steer now with 2 strikes on will back off. Fear of the bunt is greatly diminished. And here's the 0-2. Drops down and got him swinging. So Zwaber strikes out, and it's the second straight strikeout for Selner, and that'll leave it up to the catcher.
For the Orioles, number 27, the catcher, Anthony Motter.
Anthony Motter.
I'll get back to it.
Right-handed batter was number 27, hitting 147 on the season. No home runs and 5 runs batted in, and there's an overhand curveball that winds up sailing high again. Ball 1, and Selner to this point in the game when he drops down has been missing high. The pitch, there's out in front of a breaking pitch there, and he took a little bit off, 1 ball and 1 strike, but indicates maybe a little release point issue there when he's changing the arm slot. But he can figure it out. He has had a very nice season. Here's the 1-1. Drops down again, and that time he got it over, and a swing and a miss for Anthony Motter. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Selner ready? Here he comes. And a strike 3 called, and he dropped down again and got it over the plate and struck out Motter looking. He strikes out the side here in the second inning. 1-2-3-0 across. Inning and a half, no score here on Fox9.com.
Fox 9's Ice Cream Social. Coming to a town near you. Visit fox9.com/ice cream.
The Willie, William J. Gross Park. You look at the scoreboard just beyond the left field fence here. The totals speak for themselves. Nothing on the board as yet. 1 hit for each team, and the error on Waterville in the first play of the ball game. Waterville will, in the second inning, send up 6, 7, and 8 in the order. But despite their positions in the order, the 3 players coming up have hit 8 of the team's 11 home runs this season. So Nathan Sproles still has work to do. starting to fall behind the trees here and makes right field a sun field for a few more minutes, and then the sun will be too low in the sky and we can watch dusk gather here in Waterville on a perfect evening for baseball. Dalton Gross to lead off, hitting .322 on the season, 4 home runs and 15 runs batted in. Here he comes to the plate, big, strong right-handed batter, and we'll see how Sproles will fare against him. Struck out 1 and walked 1 in the first inning.
The designated hitter, number 19, Dalton Gross.
We'll see where they play him. The center fielder, Boothie, is in a few steps in center field. They got him swung over to left center a little bit, play him to pull. Sproles ready, and here comes the right-hander. Fastball is on the corner, and Gross takes it for strike 1. Nolan Gross, his brother, is on deck. Open stance again at the plate. Sproles ready. Here comes the pitch. Buzzed the tower with a fastball there, and 1 ball and 1 strike. Sproles has done a nice job of spotting that fastball to this point. Here's the pitch, 1-1, and he swings and misses. He threw it right past him. 1 ball and 2 strikes. You get the feeling that hasn't happened very often to him. He's hitting .322 on the year, and when he turns it around, it's something to watch. Here's the 1-2. Fastball, beauty, got him looking. And Dalton Gross is a strikeout victim. That is strikeout number 2 for Sproles. Here's Nolan Gross, the right fielder, .283, 1 home run, 12 batted in. Now the pitch. Big breaking ball. That is tomahawk down the line. It's going to land foul. Gross put some good wood on it, but a little bit out in front and pulled it foul down the first base line. That's a loud strike, 0-1. Riley Schultz waiting on deck. Sproles ready, and here's the pitch. That is in the dirt, and a 58-foot fastball is blocked. Ball 1, 1-1. Sproles ready, working quickly now with nobody on base, and here's a 1-1. Breaking pitch. Pulled the string on. It might have been a straight change, actually, now that I think about it. 1 ball and 2 strikes, but Gross well out in front. Now the 1-2. It's up high. 2-2. 19 pitches in the first inning for Sproles, 10 strikes. Here's the 2-2. Swing and a miss. He threw a fastball past him. 3 strikeouts for Sproles. 2 up, 2 down here, and it's up to Riley Schultz. 271 on the season. 3 home runs and 11 runs batted in. So we've seen some impressive pop here from Sproles, but he's able to change speeds as well. There's the pitch. Fastball over. That makes the change even better. Change speeds and get them both over the plate. Now the 0-1 on the way. That fastball is up, and it's 1-1. And you see him stop his motion there when he brings his leg up. Now ready. And that one is high and wide. 2 balls and 1 strike now to Riley Schultz. And the pitch. A little bit low. And it's now 3-1. So after striking out the first 2, Sproles has run into a spot of trouble here in the bottom of the second. 3-1. That's in on the hands, and it's ball 4. 3 strikeouts and 2 walks here in the early going for Sproles. Now to bring up the number 9 man, Isaac Turner. Catcher hitting at .296 on the season. No home runs. And 6 runs batted in. Runner at first base is Riley Schultz with 2 outs here in the bottom half of inning number 2. Now the pitch. Fastball over for a strike. And there, of course, with a runner on base, you will not see that hesitation in the motion. Sproles gets his lead. 0-1. Breaking pitch is hammered towards short, slow by the grass. Deutsch picks it up, goes over to Motter for the force. That forces out Schultz and retires the side. No runs, no hits, no errors, and 1 left. Play 2. There's no score here on the Fox 9 Town Ball Tour.
After 2, it's 0-0.
This is the moment we've been waiting for. Every Friday and Saturday, Saints home game is on Fox 9 Plus. Leave everything out on the field. Get out there and get after it and show them what we're made of.
St. Paul Saints, Friday and Saturday home games on Fox 9 Plus.
Join the fun at CHS Field this summer to watch your Minnesota Twins AAA affiliate, the St. Paul Saints. For every Friday night home game in July and August, you have a chance to watch the Stars of Tomorrow, see some wacky in-game promotions, and then enjoy a post-game fireworks show from right on the field. Head to saintsgroups.com and enter the password TOWNBALL to get your exclusive tickets now. We head to the third here at the Willie. The sun starting to set now, and things starting to cool off a little bit. 84 degrees at game time, just a lovely night. Order flips for New Prague, and we'll see the top third of the order. And we have a new pitcher for Waterville. It's Dalton Gross, which is interesting because Gross was the DH. So Luke Selner's night is done. 2 innings, strikes out 3, walks 1. Allows no runs and 1 hit. Left-hander Dalton Gross.
Lions have a table under the shelter here. And you guys have about a half an hour, 45 minutes in order to buy a ticket. Leading off for the break, number 3, center fielder, Ben Boothie.
Boothie will lead off. He reached on an error in the first inning. Now the pitch. Gross drops down and puts a breaking ball over for a strike. 0-1. Left-handers do that. It's almost unfair. Now ready, and here he comes again. Fastball through there, and it's quickly 0-2 to Boothie. 0-1 officially. 1 hit for each team so far. And the pitch. Fastball away. 1 ball and 2 strikes. Left-hander Gross ready, and here he comes. And that is a little bit low with a breaking pitch, and it's even up now. 2 balls and 2 strikes. Deutsch and Bergman. A bat here in the visitors' third. And Gross puts a fastball over but low, and the string is out now, so he started 0-2. And Boothie has worked him back to a full count. Gross ready, and here's the pitch. As tap foul at the plate, count rides. At 3-2. Well, I guess the question now is how many pitchers are we going to see for Waterville? They've had 8 different players pitch this year. And the pitch on the way inside, he walked him. So Boothie is a leadoff base runner after falling behind 0-2. And that'll bring up Deutsch. Grounded into a fielder's choice in the first inning to force Boothie. And now reach base for the second time, but does not have an official. He does have an official plate appearance on the error, but neither time by benefit of a hit. Deutsch ready, and here's the pitch. Fastball on the inside corner. Deutsch backing off the plate, and he wound up taking for strike one. Steer, the third baseman, is on the edge of the grass. And I take that back. As playing third base now is Luke Selner, who was the original pitcher. Now the pitch is taken for strike two. 1 ball and 2 strikes. So Selner will keep his spot in the batting order, obviously batting third, but they do lose the DH, and there's a pitch. Fastball is up, and it's 2 balls and 2 strikes. Now ready, and here he comes 2-2. Drops down and misses inside. And a full count to Deutsch. 3 balls and 2 strikes. Gross ready. And he works. And that is smoked to short. Tough hop, and that one just ate up Baran. And Deutsch will reach. That would be a tough error, but I could see it being called. And they give him a base hit.
Number 31, the third baseman, Gavin Bergman.
Second hit for New Prague. And it'll bring up Bergman, single to left his first time up. Came in hitting .357, so he's doing well for himself so far. 2 on, nobody out for New Prague in the third. A pitch late on the fastball for strike one. Furness on deck. Number 4 man on the batting order. And the pitch. Swung on and popped high and down the left field line. Might stay in play. Schultz over, and it's going to drop. Among the triangle of players, the shortstop Baran, Luke Selner, the third baseman, and Schultz in left field.
I can smell hot dogs, brats, and burgers up here.
2 strikes to Bergman. First 2 on for New Prague here in the third inning. Gross ready. That is a tough pitch to take, and Bergman did. And the breaking ball went low. 1 ball and 2 strikes. From the set, Gross works. That gets away, and that's going to move both runners up 90 feet. A wild pitch on Gross. And the count is even now to Gavin Bergman. 2 balls and 2 strikes, and a great chance for New Prague here to break on the board. Second and third, nobody out. Corner infielders are at the edge of the grass. Middle infield playing at regular depth. Here's the pitch. Swung on, and that is lined towards short. And another tough hop for Baran. Gets past him into left field. That'll score the first run of the game. Checking in at third base is Deutsch. It's 1-0 New Prague. Solid contact at left field, and Gavin Bergman has his second hit in 2 trips. Boothie scores the first run of the game, but the corner is still with nobody out for Furness, the first baseman, .416 on the season, and the leading RBI man on this team with 22. Gross ready. Fastball is a strike called, and Furness didn't think so, as he hopped up and down at the plate. Now the pitch. Swung on, and that is lined. Oh, a great stab at third base by Luke Selner. A line shot, and Deutsch making the line drive go through. Gets back to third base, but Furness hits it right on the screws and right at Luke Selner for the first out. Boy, he got that inside pitch and just turned on it. And now here is Isley, who walked his first time up. Get the feeling that Furness wouldn't mind seeing that pitch again. And here's the pitch. Breaking ball is a little bit low. 1 ball and no strikes. Jacob Motter is on deck. Now the 1-0. Swung on, a little mean Joe, and it's deflected by the pitcher. And a terrific play at second base from Cook to Baran, and that forces Gavin Bergman. That's going to be a 1-4-6 force play, and Bergman is retired. I was going to say that it was kind of a excuse-me swing, but the pitcher, Gross, deflected at the second base, and Cook from his back and over his head finds Baran, the shortstop, and that forces Bergman on the play. A run does score, and it's 2-0. That'll bring up Motter, the second baseman. So on top of that, it is an RBI ground out. And there's a line shot into left field for a base hit. And Isley will check in at second base. Jacob Motter with a first pitch single.
Now batting number 7, right fielder, Spencer Kyer.
And here is Spencer Kyer, the right fielder, struck out looking his first time up. Now he's got 2 on and 2 out here in the third inning, and a couple of web gems turned in by Waterville to keep the game that close as the pitch is low and in to Kyer. And there's a strike called. 1 ball and 1 strike. Kyer with 8 runs batted in on the season, and a chance for another here as New Prague breaks on the board in the third inning. And here's the pitch from Gross. Breaking ball over. 1-2. Well, the wild pitch certainly helped things along here for New Prague. But their bats are starting to wake up here. And here's the 1-2 delivery. Swing and a miss out in front, and that will retire the side. First strikeout for Gross. And the inning is over. New Prague scores 2 runs on 3 hits. No errors, and they leave 2. We play 2.5. New Prague leads it by a score of 2-0.
After 2.5, 2-0, New Prague.
Fox 9's Town Ball Tour is in full swing. Join us Wednesdays as we celebrate the small towns of Minnesota. Fox 9's Town Ball Tour, presented by Sieben Carey Personal Injury Law and JTR Roofing.
Bottom half of the third inning. And Waterville finds itself trailing 2-0, a place they haven't been very much this season, as Sproles continues his warm-up tosses. He will face the top of the order for the Indians here in the last half of inning number 3. Just a few weeks away. State tournaments coming up in Class A, B, and C. Minnesota Amateur Baseball will have the state tournament fun for you. Prep Spotlight TV once the Fox 9 tour ends. And if you haven't been to a state tournament game, or especially a final, it is really something to see. The atmosphere is as good as you'll find. It's, especially in the outer ring classes, the Class Cs. The small towns will come and have a chance to play for a state championship. It's a big deal. And here's Bartle. Led off with a stand-up double in the first inning, 1 for 1. And the pitch. Fastball over for a strike. 35 pitches through 2 innings for Sproles. 19 strikes, 3 strikeouts, 2 walks. And just the 1 hit to the man he's facing now. There's a breaking ball over, and it's 0-2 quickly to Leighton Bartle. Sproles ready. Here comes the pitch. And it's low. 1-2. Cook and Luke Selner. Due up here for the home team. As the whole area between the mound and the plate in shade now. And there's a good looking breaking ball. It strikes out Bartle. Standing in the box. Backwards K, 4 strikeouts for Sproles, and here's Cook. Struck out his first time up. And was thrown out 2-3 on a pitch in the dirt. Now Sproles ready, and his pitch fastball is outside. 1 ball and no strikes. Here's the 1-0. That is swung on and hit to deep left field. Going back on it is Isley going back just shy of the track. He makes the catch on the run. Nice play there by Isley, and he takes an extra base hit away from Josh Cook. 2 up and 2 down.
Number 8, third baseman Luke Selner.
And here's Luke Selner. Flew out the left his first time up. 0 for 1. Isley with an excellent jump on the ball and caught it just shy of the track. Flagpole hanging limp in center field now. When it's been blowing, it's out towards right, and there's a foul ball sliced away on the first base side for strike 1 to Luke Selner. Ben Baran, the shortstop, is on deck if Selner's able to reach. Right-hander works. Breaking ball, and that is fouled away on the first base side. Over for it is Frinnis, and he can't make a play. 2 strikes to Selner. He's ready. And a pitch is swung on. That's hit deep to right center field. Boothie, Kyer both going after it, and it is Kyer unable to make a play. Ball lands just shy of the fence. A long double for Selner.
Just a reminder, please do not keep the foul balls. We need them to keep playing. Return to the concession stand.
So a 2-out double for Selner. Second hit for Waterville, and here's Baran, the shortstop, who walked his first time up.
Number 17, shortstop, Ben Baran.
Baran had to suffer through the indignity of 2 of the worst hops you'll see at shortstop in the top half of the inning, and now hoping to drive in a run here with 2 gone on the bottom of the third. Here's the pitch. Breaking pitch, hit in the air to right center. Pretty well hit again. Kyer going back on it. Going back. Turns, makes the catch and drops the ball in front of the right field fence. He had it in his glove, and then it popped out. And scoring is Luke Selner to make it 2-1. And they are scoring that as a double. That's understandable. It would have been a very difficult catch. He asked the question, why was there no error charged? Well, the rule is ordinary effort has to be made by the fielder. And that would have been a terrific catch had he made it. No reason in the world not to score a double there. And here's Shane Selner, the first baseman, bounced out to short his first time up. It's 2-1. Now the pitch. Breaking ball is inside. 1 ball and no strikes. Ben Baran waiting at second base with a potential tying run here. And now the Sproles wants a new set of signs there as he saw him rotating his hand, and now Bonner will come out and have a word with him. 3 hits for Waterville, all doubles. The last 3 batters have all made real good contact off of Sproles the second time through the order. Now Sproles looking in with a new set of signs. There's a 1-0. Fastball leans him back, and it's 2 balls and no strikes now to Shane Selner. 8 runs batted in the season, no home runs. He's 0 for 1 so far. 2-0. Strike called on the inside corner. Impressive velocity from the young man, but we'll bear down here and see if we can get out of the 3rd inning. Two-1. And a strike on the inside corner. Boy, a nice location there from Sproles as Selner shakes his head a little bit, steps back in. 2 balls and 2 strikes. Pitcher comes set, and here's the 2-2. Breaking ball, a little bit low. And a good take there by Shane Selner to string out now. 3 balls, 2 strikes. Dalton Gross is waiting on deck. Three and 2. Fastball and a late swing there, and he stays alive by chopping one down the first baseline. Selner does. Count rides. Range 3 and 2. Also on Prep Spotlight TV coming up at the end of July, the State American Legion Baseball Championships. Coming up 28th, 29th, and 30th of July at various locations. So we invite you to tune in for that. 3-2 again. Fastball, and again a late swing, and sliced it foul down the first base side. So again, 3 balls and 2 strikes, and who's the lucky youngster that's going to get a buck for running that foul ball back? Where they go in the night, you better have a big wad of them because they've been flying out of here with some regularity. 3 balls and 2 strikes. And the pitch. Breaking punch. It's hit to left field. Isley going over forward. He can't get there, and it is a fair ball just inside the line. Drops for a base hit, and Moran scores to tie the game at 2. It's a little blooper. And Shane Selner has his 9th run batted into the season. The base hit to score Ben Baran, and here's Gross. Caught looking his first time up. Gross is a moderate oddity in that he throws left-handed and bats right-handed. Usually you see it's the other way around. And here's the first pitch. Fastball is a little bit low. Ball 1 to Gross. Nolan Gross is on deck. But he's a left-handed pitcher and a right-handed batter. Breaking ball hangs high, and it's 2 balls and no strikes. Shane Selner, the runner at first. 2 out, 2 in for Waterville, which is tied this game in the bottom of the 3rd. Breaking pitch is over, and Gross watches it go by for strike 1. 2-1. Sproles at 35 pitches through 2 innings of work, but has found things a little bit tougher here in inning number 3. Here's the set. 2-1. Fastball is hitting the air. Pretty well hit to right field. Kyan started in, now going back to the track. Reaches up and makes the catch. Boy, a nice play there by Kyan, who started in and then heads back and makes the play. Waterville in the 3rd inning. 2 runs, 3 hits, no errors, and they lead 1. We played 3 and we're tied at 2.
Fox 9 Plus.
Let's get started, everybody.
Today's biggest talkers.
Charles and I have been talking about this all morning.
Award-winning comedy.
This gets better and better.
Minnesota's only local news at 7.
Thank you so much for joining us.
Plus,
More good news.
a whole lot more.
More than this?
More than we can use.
Game shows, court shows,
Now we're getting somewhere.
your shows. Fox 9 Plus. Something for everyone.
Top of 4 here at the William Gross Park. As you see it, New Prague 2 runs, 4 hits, no errors. Waterville 2 runs, 4 hits, and 1 error. And it'll be Dalton Gross coming out for his second inning of work. And he will face 8, 9, and 1 in the New Prague order. Swaber, Motter, and Boothie scheduled to hit. Waterville put together a good inning and a solid second trip through the order against Nathan Sproles, who still throwing hard, but at the same time, they've been able to time it. And you saw Waterville come up with a couple runs here in the bottom of the frame. Picturesque ballpark here in Waterville. It is, notice the baselines are under grass out towards the bases, so it's 3 islands of dirt there, the infield, the pitcher's mound, and of course the circle at the plate.
Number 8 hitter, number 12, designated hitter, Matt Swaber.
And Swaber batting, he is 0 for 1, struck out swinging his first time up. Now it's a lefty-lefty matchup. And he lines one towards second base. A bad hop there on Cook, and it goes into right center field for a base hit. And Swaber, we'll see if they give him one. Yes, they do. Matt Swaber with a hit there. That ball took a rather cruel hop on Cook. And Swaber is aboard with a leadoff single in the 4th for New Prague. And here he is. Anthony Motter struck out looking his first time up. Now the pitch. Bunts and puts it foul on the first base side. Nice deadening of the ball there with the bat as he saw him kind of pull the bat backwards as he was bunting to take even more distance off it. But Luke Sellner at third base is in on the grass in case he tries to do it again. He squares and again bunts it foul, so there's 2 strikes, and now Motter not happy with himself, and with 2 strikes, Sellner will presumably play a little deeper. As Swaber gets his lead from first base, it's a good lead. Now the pitch. Swing and a miss for strike 3, and Motter goes down swinging for the second time. Second strikeout for Gross. It flips the order, and here's Boothie, the center fielder. Reached base both times, but by error and walk, and he also has scored a run. So he is 0 for 1 officially with a run scored. So we play the top of the 4th. Swaber getting his lead, so the 2 attempts at a sacrifice bunt come to nothing for New Prague, and there's a fastball that is a called strike. Boothie. 27 pitches in the last inning for Gross in his first inning of work. 16 strikes, now he's ready. Drops down and missed the outside corner. And it's 1-1. Sun down behind the trees, and a chance to watch a great summer evening here. And here's the 1-1 pitch. Swung on a little bit late and sliced it foul right over the roof. 1-2.
Once again, return foul balls to the concession stand.
It's now Boothie down 1-2. Gross is ready. Here comes the pitch. Swung on and a roll towards third. Pass Sellner into the hole. Baran with a dive, and he can't make a play. Be an infield single for Boothie, and now he's reached all 3 times, but that time had the first hit for the center fielder. Weber at second base, and here's Deutsch, who singled to left his last time up, reached on a fielder's choice, 1 for 2 with a run scored. And again, New Prague threatening 2 on and 1 out here in the top half of the 4th. Pitch. Strike called. He's taking all the way there. Gavin Bergman moves to the on-deck circle, and we've seen what kind of bat he can swing. 2 hits in his first 2 trips. Gross ready. And inside it hit him. And Deutsch will take his base, and that will load the bases for Gavin Bergman. Singled in each of his first 2 trips to the plate. So in an inning and a third of work, Dalton Gross has hit a batter and thrown a wild pitch, but he's also struck out 2. So they used to call that being constructively wild.
Now batting number 31,
but now, no place to put Bergman with 1 out here in the New Prague 4th inning. Furnace waiting on deck. Here's the pitch. Swung on and rolled towards short. Moran in the hole, gets it, throws to second base for 1, and that's all they get. So Bergman reaches on a fielder's choice. Weber scores, and it's 3-2 New Prague.
Now batting number 4, the first baseman, James Furnace.
Here's Furnace. Last time he just about killed Luke Sellner at third base with a line drive and a self-defense grab. Resulted in the out, and here's the pitch. Breaking ball low, 1 ball and no strikes. Boothie at third, Bergman at first, 2 down here in the 4th. Steps off and throws over. Haven't seen his move. It's been the first throw to first base by either pitcher tonight. Now the pitch. Fastball is outside, and Furnace takes it. 2 balls and no strikes. Now the pitch. That is on the inside corner. Ball, 2 balls and 1 strike. They have Furnace played to pull here. Now he backs out. Time called by the plate umpire. Now we're ready to go again. Big, wide stance. Here's the pitch, swung on, and that is sliced foul down the first base side over the dugout. And the count even to 2 balls and 2 strikes. Gross ready. 2-2. And the pitch. Swung on a high fly ball to right center field. Coming on is Nolan Gross, and he makes the catch to retire the side. In the 4th inning, New Prague scores a run on 2 hits, no errors, and they leave 2. We played 3.5, and New Prague leads the game by a score of 3-2.
1 run on 2 hits, 2 runners left on. 3-2.
All season long, you've gathered with friends, neighbors, and family at ball yards all across Minnesota.
Still going, gone! A home run!
Diamonds that define hundreds of communities. Town Ball binds together our passion for baseball and our hometowns.
playoffs after the next week or so for these teams. 3 runs, 6 hits, and no errors for New Prague. 2 runs, 4 hits, and 1 error for Waterville, which sends the bottom third of the order to the plate against Nathan Sproles. New Prague into this game 12-9. I mentioned they have had some issues with injuries.
Leading off for the Indians, number 2, right fielder, Nolan Gross.
And so far, they're doing pretty well for themselves. Thank you very much. Leading 17-3. Waterville team. There we go. Sproles ready, and this is Nolan Gross at the plate. The pitch is swung on and hit down the left field side, and it's drifting into foul ground and will get out of play. Strike 1 to Nolan Gross. I mentioned the New Prague players, all pretty much locals. Nick Schoenecker, the coach, telling me before, the 25 of the 30 players are New Prague graduates, and some of them go back as far as 2002. Here's a swing and a miss by Nolan Gross, and it's 0-2. Schultz and Isaac Turner also do it a hit, and James Furness, one of those players that is in for special praise from his coach, played at the College of St. Scholastica in Duluth, where he played football as well as played baseball, and that is a very good Division III baseball school, St. Scholastica. Here's the 1-2 pitch. That is low, and the count is even at 2 balls and 2 strikes. Bryce Novak, one of the players that we mentioned that has been on the shelf. 9 for 25 on the season, and he, there's a strike 3 swinging by Gross. Strikeout number 5 for Sproles, but Bryce Novak tore a labrum and had surgery that will end his season, and he plays at Gustavus as well, so that was a definite loss there for New Prague. And here's Riley Schultz, walked in the first inning and then was forced by Turner. Now the pitch. Fastball is over for strike 1. And Sproles listed, or the pitch up high, and it's 1 ball and 1 strike. He's listed by Schoenecker as the team's best pitcher, and he's shown quite a bit here, but he is also coming off injury trouble and has not thrown much. It's just his second start of the summer, and there's a breaking ball high. 2 balls and a strike to Riley Schultz. Swing and a miss late there on the fastball from Sproles, and it's 2 balls and 2 strikes. So by my high school math, that would indicate to me that the oldest player on this New Prague team will be 38 years old. There's a swing and a miss late on the fastball, and Schultz goes down swinging. 2 strikeouts for Sproles, 6 on the night.
That brings up number 15, the catcher.
And that'll leave it up to Isaac Turner. He forced Schultz in the second inning, 0 for 1 officially. Sproles ready, and here is the pitch. And that is laced foul down the first base side. It's going to get out of play. Look out down there, young children. Strike 1 to the number 9 man in the order for Waterville here in the bottom half of the 4th inning. There's a foul sliced straight back, and it's 0-2. Schoenecker telling me that the thing that has been the most satisfying for him, the team is 12-9. The record doesn't look like it's gaudy, but he says this team just keeps coming back for more. They lose players to injury, they lose some of their best players to injury, and they still hang in there. 2 strikes the count. Swung on and chopped towards third base, in between hop there for Bergman, picks it up, throws on, and that retires Turner on the side, 5-3. 2 strikeouts and a ground out, and Waterville goes quietly in the 4th inning. We played 4, and New Prague leads it by 3-2.
For years, people have come to me and they've said, our kids get really nervous during severe weather. Is there something you can recommend? I've always said the same thing. Make your children the storm captain. Give them a hat, a clipboard with your personal storm plan written down, a whistle, and when we start talking about a severe thunderstorm watch, your storm captain is in charge of mustering the entire family with your personal storm plan. Give them power over the storm.
Tom Gannon, the new pitcher for Waterville as we play the 5th inning. Left-hander, where's number 5? Book closed on Dalton Gross through 2 innings. He allows 3 runs and 5 hits. All earned. Struck out 2, walked 1, 43 pitches, 28 strikes. Also hit a batter and threw a wild pitch. So Gannon is the 3rd pitcher now for Waterville. Gannon has thrown 29 in the 3rd innings. This summer's 3-0. Earned run average is 1.84, 21 strikeouts against only 8 walks in 29 innings, so he's around the plate. And he now trying to hold his team in the game and let the bats get an opportunity to get Waterville back to level terms here as we play the top of the 5th inning. From the William J. Gross Park. We've seen some beautiful ballparks this summer, and this one certainly takes its place.
Leading off the 5th for New Prague, number 26, left fielder, Bennett Isley.
And here's Bennett Isley, who is 0 for 1, walked in the 1st inning and then grounded into a fielder's choice in the 3rd. Gannon ready. Fastball low. 1 ball and no strikes. Jacob Motter due up next, and Spencer Kyer to follow. Swing and a miss. We're getting to that stage of the game where players are going to start substituting in and out. Here's the 1-1. That's low. 2 balls and a strike. And what eventually happens is my scorebook becomes a bloody mess. And here's the pitch. Swung on, and that's rolled towards 3rd. In between hop there for Selner. He picks it up, throws across the diamond, and just does get him. 5-3. Isley retired for the 1st out in the 5th.
That brings up number 11, second baseman, Jacob Motter.
Here's Jacob Motter, who is 1 for 2, fielder's choice, and one of those 2 wicked hop grounders in the 3rd inning that scored a couple of runs. There's a breaking ball that is a bit low. 1 ball and no strikes. Spencer Kyer is due up here in the 5th inning. The pitch swing a little bit late, and he taps it foul at the plate. It's 1-1. Gannon, the 3rd pitcher for Waterville in this game. Selner, who's now playing 3rd base, started, struck out 3. There's a breaking ball low and in, 2-1. In fact, struck out the side in his last inning in the 2nd. Here's the pitch, swung on, hit in the air towards right field, but right at Nolan Gross. Now comes in a few steps and makes the catch. 2 up and 2 down, and here's Kyer, the right fielder, struck out looking in the 2nd, swinging in the 3rd. And it's hard. He's facing his 3rd different pitcher in 3 at-bats. First at-bat was against Selner. The 2nd was against Gross. And here's the first pitch from Gannon, and that's low and in.
Now batting,
1 ball and no strikes.
Spencer Kyer.
3-2 game here in the top half of the 5th. Gannon works. Fastball over. 1-1. Swaber due up for New Prague next here in the 5th inning if he can reach. And there's a fastball that winds up sailing away. 2-1. And then Kyer looks at a fastball up, and it's 3-1. Only 8 walks, as we mentioned, 29 innings for Gannon. Here's a 3-1. That's up high, so you're seeing a rarity there as Kyer gets a free pass on 5 pitches, and that'll bring up Zwiber, the designated hitter. Sharp single on the infield his last time up and struck out swinging his first time. 1 for 2 of the runs scored. Gannon ready, lefty-lefty matchup here. Fastball low and a nice stop there by Turner. 1 ball and no strikes. Anthony Motter on deck, the number 9 man, if Zwiber is able to keep things going. Breaking ball is over. Boy, you see that pitch? The bend on that pitch there as Zwiber was actually twisted away. The pitch started inside. It was a late breaking pitch, and it broke over the corner. 1-1. Swing and a miss. And it's 1-2. Well, backdoor breaking ball there as it came in at the very last. 1-2. The pitch. Swing and a miss for strike 3. And that retires Zwiber and New Prague here in the 5th inning. First strikeout for Gannon. 1 left, no hits. We played 4.5, and New Prague continues to lead this game by 3-2.
More is better, and Fox 9 now has more. More streaming, more local stories, more shows, and, well, more. Go ahead, try it out, and discover more on the Fox 9 News app and at fox9.com.
But then I know it's growing strong. Wasn't the spring, and spring became the summer. Who would believe you'd come along?
Pitching change too for New Prague, and Matt Zwiber, their designated hitter, is now in as the pitcher. So both teams have done that tonight. And the book is closed on Sproles, who goes 4 innings, not far enough to qualify for a win. Goes up 2 runs, both earned. 4 hits, struck out 6 and walked 2. 70 pitches on the night, 43 for strikes. Again, he's just coming back from an injury, so they're probably not looking to overuse him. As Matt Zwiber comes in to do the pitching. Zwiber on the season has pitched 22 2/3 innings. He's 1-1, has a save. So in 2 starts, earned run average but high, 8.73. And part of that has been a little bit of issue with control, 13 walks in 22 innings, but he's also got 20 strikeouts. Left-handed pitcher gets it there quickly, and we'll see what happens here as he's called upon to hold a 3-2 lead in the 5th inning. Top of the order due up for Waterville. Bartle, Cook, and Luke Selner scheduled to bat.
Now pitching for the Orioles is number 12, Matt Zwiber. And batting for the Indians is number 21 center fielder, Bladen Bartle.
Bartle is 1 for 2. Led off the game with a double, died at second base, and then got caught looking in the 3rd. So Sproles done. And be lefty-lefty here. Pitch. Backs him off. 1 ball and no strikes. Zwiber ready. Here comes the lefty. There's a strike called. Evens things up at 1-1. With the leadoff batter here for Waterville. Late on the fastball, threw it right past him. 1 ball and 2 strikes. So a good outing for Sproles holding a heavy-hitting team. 2 runs in 4 innings of work. Zwaber ready, 1-2 now. And now time called by the home plate umpire, Chad Atherton. Of course, he's the only umpire, so I will just say the umpire and leave it at that. Here's the 1-2. Swing and a miss. And pitch downstairs, and Bartle's a strikeout victim for the second time. Zwaber has his first, and here's Josh Cook.
The second baseman, Josh Cook.
Cook struck out in the first inning and then sent Isley to the base of the fence in left field. His last time up, he is 0 for 2. Zwaber ready, and here is his pitch. Swung on and fouled down the first base side. That'll get out of play. And 20 strikeouts in 22 2/3 innings for Matt Zwaber. But at this stage, you only work 20 innings. You have 1 outing where you get in some trouble, and it can cast some aspersions that might not be valid.
Simon Solheim, number 15.
On the pitch, swung on, and that's fouled right back to the screen. Simon Solheim in at third base for New Prague. It's a ball and 2 strikes to Cook. Pitch, swing and a miss out on his front foot. 2 up and 2 down here for Waterville in their half of the 5th, and here's Luke Selner. To the left his first time up, ringing double to right center his second time up, 1 for 2 with a run scored. Zwaber ready, and here is his pitch. Fastball, he checked the swing, took a strike. And Solheim in at third base. And Bergman no longer at third. Here's a ground ball towards short, picked up there. And slung across by Deutsch to first base. And Waterville again goes down in order in the 5th inning. No runs, no hits, no errors. We played 5. New Prague leads it by 3-2. Here on Fox9.com.
Fox 9's Ice Cream Social, coming to a town near you. Visit fox9.com/ice cream.
We're off to the 6th. Jeff Papis with you here from the Willie, William J. Gross Park in Waterville on a lovely evening. And Tommy Gannon getting ready to start his second inning of work. He got out of the 5th inning with 18 pitches. Only threw 8 strikes, but still no runs scored. Excuse me, I had words with Monty Python's Flying Circus. I had a long, arduous journey and miscounted 17 pitches, 8 strikes in the 5th inning for Gannon. He will face 9-1-2 for New Prague here in the 6th inning. Anthony Motter is due up to lead off, and then Boothie and Deutsch.
Now batting for the Orioles, number 27, the catcher, Anthony Motter.
Motter is 0 for 2. Struck out twice. Struck out looking in the 2nd. Struck out swinging in the 4th. Team holds a 3-2 lead as we play through the middle here. Fox9.com. And the pitch. Fastball a little bit low. 1 ball and no strikes. Boothie is on deck, ready to flip the order for the 4th time. Here's a pitch. Here's a strike called. Evens things up at 1-1. Now ready, and the pitch. But outside. And it's now 2-1. Gannon works, and that is in the dirt. And he made Motter skip rope there, 3 balls and a strike. Now Gannon ready, comes set, and there's his pitch. Swung on, and that is hit high in the air to left center field. And Schultz, tracking it, makes the catch. And Motter is retired. Well, the first out in the 6th inning.
Now batting for the Orioles,
Got a hitter.
center fielder, Ben.
We're going to get a hitter here for New Prague. Pinch hitter is for 22, Colin Dorzinski, and he takes a strike. And there is a pitch low and in
My mistake, batting for
to
the Orioles,
Dorzinski, and it's
22,
now
Colin Dorzinski.
1-1. Dorzinski on the season batting .190, and he swings and misses. A fastball, 1 ball and 2 strikes. 4 hits on the season. Driven in 3 runs with those 4 hits, so he's made them count when he's had the chance, but now he's down 1-2 to Gannon. Open stance at the plate, and here's the pitch. Swung on, and that is hit right at the second baseman. And Cook sticks out the glove and makes the catch. So Dorzinski lines out to second base. We're going to have another hitter here for New Prague. And that's going to be Aiden Dorzinski. And he takes a strike, 0-1. And there's a pitch in the dirt, evens things up at 1 ball and 1 strike. There's a pitch swung on and rolled towards short. Moran up with it, throws across, and that's enough to retire both the Dorowskis and end the inning.
3 down for the Orioles after 6. It's still 3-2.
1-2-3, nothing across. They played 5.5. It's 3-2 New Prague.
Oh, look. Friday and Saturday Saints home games are on Fox 9 Plus. A new catch. Today keeps getting better. Yoo-hoo!
St. Paul Saints, Friday and Saturday home games on Fox 9 Plus.
Join the fun at CHS Field this summer to watch your Minnesota Twins AAA affiliate, the St. Paul Saints. Every Friday night home game in July and August, you have a chance to watch the Stars of Tomorrow and see some wacky in-game promotions and enjoy a post-game fireworks show right on the field. Head to SinksGroups.com and enter the password TOWNBALL to get your exclusive tickets now. And another new pitcher in the game for New Prague. It's Frank Ruzicka, number 2. So Zwaber works 1 inning. Struck out 2, walked none, retired the side in order. So a tidy inning there for him.
Now batting for the Indians, number 17, shortstop Ben Moran.
Moran will lead off. 10 pitches, 8 strikes for Matt Zwaber. Not bad at all. And here is Moran to lead off. He is 1 for 1, doubled and scored, has also walked in this game. And here's the pitch, swing and a miss, a little bit late, and it's strike 1 there. Third pitcher for New Prague in the game. Now ready. Right-hander Ruzicka ready. He winds, and here is his pitch. Drops down and missed up. 1 ball and 1 strike. Ruzicka on the season, no record. He's pitched 9 innings. Earned run average is 2, and a swing and a miss there. Ruzicka struck out 4 and walked 4 in that time, and now it's 1 ball and 2 strikes to Baran. Here's the windup of the pitch. Missed off the plate, 2-2. Ruzicka ready. He winds, and here comes the pitch. Just missed off the plate. String is out. 3 balls and 2 strikes. Shane Sellner, and would be Gross's spot of the batting order due up. And Gross, as we know, started as a DH and then was removed after 2 innings of work on the mound. And there's a breaking ball up, and Baran is a leadoff walk here in the 6th inning.
Okay, Indians fans, get your rally caps on. We need one here. Now back
and here's
number 22.
Sellner, 1 for 2, single to left, and bounced out to short in his 2 times up. And Baran, the leadoff base runner here in the bottom half of the 6th. From the stretch, here's a big sweeping fastball, winds up riding outside. 1 ball and no strikes. Gannon is on deck. He will hit for himself here. Here's a 1-0. That's in the dirt. A nice stop there by Motter. It's 2-0. We mentioned 4 walks in the 9 innings so far from Ruzicka, but 1 already at first base and 2-0 in the next bat. Now it's 3-0. Throw to first base. Oh, and a nice play there. Saved that ball from sailing out into right field. Three and 0. Eased up on 1, got it over. 3 balls and 1 strike. As I mentioned, Gannon, the pitcher, is on deck now for Waterville here in the bottom half of the 6th inning. Sets, and here's the 3-1, and that is inside, ball 4. So 2 walks to lead off the 6th inning. Moran on to second base, and here's Gannon hitting for the first time.
Gannon, the pitcher.
Gannon on the season hitting 188. 3 runs batted in, and that will call for a sermon on the mound. We're going to get a runner here. Ball for Sellner. And the pinch runner is Jason Schneider, number 23.
Now running at first base for the Indians, number 23, Jason Schneider.
So, 2 on, nobody out here in the bottom half of the 6th inning. Gannon up, and you'd think in a situation like this, a bunt might be in order, but we'll see. Infield is playing back, and here's a pitch, squares a bunt, and got hit. And pitch came up and in on him. He's going to load the bases with nobody out for Nolan Gross.
Bases are loaded for number 2.
And fire here for New Prague as they play the 6th inning and got themselves in some trouble here. Bases loaded, nobody out, and that is a little bit of an argument here they're seeing from Nick Schoenecker. He thought that he had offered at the pitch, and the pitch got him on the hand. So bases loaded, nobody out for Gross. And now here's the pitch. Fastball over for strike one. So 2 walks and a hit batsman load him up with nobody out here in the bottom of the 6th as Waterville looks to tie the game or more. Fastball up, 1-1. No place to put him, so not as though he's got a whole lot of wiggle room here. Now working out of the windup, and here's a 1-1. Took something off, swing and a miss by Gross. 2 strikes and 1 ball. Riley Schultz due up. And he does not have a bat at the moment. Ty Koss does, and there's a pitch. Oh, he wanted that call, didn't get it. And he catches the ball with his bare hand as it's thrown back to him. 2-2. He thought he had strike 3 there, but disagreement from Chad Atherton, and last time I checked, he has the only vote. 2-2. And that gets away. And that is going to be a play at the plate, and he's out! Oh, a terrific play there. As covering the plate, Rzeka made the tag on Nolan Gross. That would go as a caught stealing.
Give credit where it's due. Nice play by the Orioles.
Both other runners move up, and the count is 3-2. Play at the plate was out as Rzeka came to cover, and Motter hit him with a perfect peg from the backstop. Now Rzeka will step off, and it's 3-2. Schneider, the pinch runner at third base. Gannon at second. Now the pitch. He walked him. Third walk of the inning.
All right, bases loaded again.
And here's
let's go. Ty Kaus, number 1.
Ty Kaus coming up to bat for Riley Schultz. Now he has the bases loaded and 1 out. We'll see where the infield plays here. Kaus on the season hitting .300, 6 for 20, no home runs. 2 runs batted in. Seems like everybody on this Waterville team is hitting over .300. Team batting average .320. And here's the pitch on the way. Breaking ball up. 1 ball and no strikes. Turner is on deck, the catcher. Double play still in order here, though, so you never know. Here's the 1-0. Swung on, and it's not in order anymore. Base hit into left center field. Schneider scores. Gannon around third. He will score, and Waterville regains the lead, 4-3. 2-run single for Kaus.
Number 15 catcher, Isaac Turner.
Gross winds up at second base. Still 1 out, and here is Turner. Waterville coming up with 2 here in the 6th inning, and maybe more coming. Rzeka's walked 3 and hit a batter this inning, and here's a pitch, and it's bunted in the air on the third base side of the land foul. We'll get the top of the order up here, and a couple runners in scoring position for Waterville as they have the lead for the first time in the game at 4-3 here in the bottom half of the 6th inning. Now Rzeka comes set, and here's the pitch, and that's late on the fastball. Fouled away on the first base side. Strike 1 to Turner, who is 0 for 2. Bounced into a fielder's choice and grounded to third. Second time up. First and second, one gone here in the bottom of the sixth. There's the pitch. Swung on and fouled straight back to the screen for strike two on Turner. 0-2 pitch, swing and a miss for strike three. Turner a strikeout victim. And that flips the order, and here is Bladen Bartle. First strikeout for Ruzicka, and it's up to the center fielder now. He is 1 for 3, doubled and struck out twice. Now the pitch. Fastball over. For strike one. Bartle led off the game with a double. Now the 0-1 drops down and misses outside. Evens the count at a ball and a strike. Gannon now the pitcher of record for Waterville. Now the pitch on the way, and that is up. 2 balls and a strike. 2 on, 2 out here in the bottom of the 6th inning, and Waterville has come through here with 2 runs to take the lead for the first time in the ball game. Now the pitch. There's a strike called, and Bartle didn't think so as he kind of leans back there, steps out, and shows the universal symbol of disapproval by taking a warm-up swing. 2-2. Swung on and rolled towards second base. Motter up with it, throws on to first, and that retires Waterville in the 6th inning. But they get 2 runs on 1 hit, no errors, and they leave 2. We have played 6 full, and it's now 4-3 Waterville here on Fox9.com and the Town Ball Tour.
Okay, now it is time for the 50-50 grind. Whoever name we pull.
Fox 9's Town Ball Tour is in full swing. Join us Wednesdays as we celebrate the small towns of Minnesota. Fox 9's Town Ball Tour, presented by Sieben Carey Personal Injury Law and JTR Roofing.
The winner, and somebody, whoever sold this one's going to have to help us out here. Gino R., the winner. We got a phone number here, so we'll be
They just doing a 50-50 drawing here tonight as we start the 7th inning. It was $2,700, which is extraordinary, I think, for a town ball game, and somebody is going to go home super happy tonight just for coming to the ballpark and free admission, and you go home $2,700 to the good. That's not a bad night. Top of the 7th inning here for New Prague. They now trail at 4-3. 4 runs, 5 hits, and an error for Waterville. 3 runs, 6 hits, no errors for New Prague. We'll see if they have the comeback kid in them again. We've heard talked about by New Prague's coaches. And a pinch hitter, Bo Plaisance, number 32, batting for Bergman.
Also want to thank the Lions Club for all their work. Let's give the Lions Club a big hand for all their work on that 50-50.
So Plaisance on the season is 0 for 8. Looking for his first hit here, and Gannon ready. Here he comes. Fastball low. 1 ball and no strikes. Gannon starting his 3rd inning of work. He's thrown 28 pitches, 14 strikes, and there's a chopper to the right side. Cook. Oh, it got past him, and that's going to be an error. And Plaisance reaches. 2nd error of the night on the Indians. And that will bring up another pinch hitter they're going to bat for Furness here. And again, everybody getting a chance to hit. Another pitch. A strike call.
For the Orioles, number 4, first baseman James Furness.
Now, the hitter is Cam Prochaska, or Prohaska rather, 25. There's a pitch outside, 1 ball and 1 strike.
25, Cam Prochaska. Cam Prohaska.
Now a ball and a strike. And a pitch. Late on a fastball, 1-2. Gannon ready. Stat sheet does not show Prohaska with an at-bat this season. Here's a pitch grounded into the hole and into left field for a base hit. And Plaisance will stop at second base. And
now batting for the Orioles, number 15, Simon
now,
Solheim.
Here is Simon Solheim, the third baseman. And Isley has an 0 for 2 night. And now first and second, nobody out here in the 7th. Pitch, check swing, taken for a strike. And you do wonder if a bunt would be in order here with nobody out, but Solheim showed no such inclination on the first pitch. Here's the 0-1. Swing and a miss. Breaking pitch, and he pulled his head, missed the pitch, 2 strikes rather. Solheim on the season, 1 for 14, and the pitch. Swing and a miss for strike 3. Solheim is retired on 3 pitches. For the first out, and Gannon now with 2 strikeouts.
Number 18, Ben Schmitz.
And number 18, Ben Schmitz, batting in Matter's place. Late on the fastball, but a big cut. And strike 1 there to Schmitz. Kier's spot in the order is due up after Schmitz bats here. Now the 0-1. That is a strike called on the inside corner. And it's 2 strikes now to Schmitz, so Gannon has pulled himself together here after a little of a rocky start to the inning. 0-2. That's in the dirt. 1 ball and 2 strikes. And a stop made there by Matter. Now the pitch from Gannon there, right through the heart of the plate, and he struck out Schmitz looking. 3 strikeouts for Gannon, 2 in a row.
That brings up number 9, Tom McBroom.
And now it'll be number 9, Tommy McBroom. Here's a pitch strike from Gannon. His Weber's spot on the order as the DH was due up next. There's a chopper down the first base line. It's foul. One would presume that spot becomes the pitcher's in the batting order, which would be Ruzicka, unless he leaves for a pinch hitter. I say this is the time of the game where the scorebook starts to get messy. Is you want to get players in the game, especially on a night like tonight. Now Gannon comes set, 0-2. Pitch. Got him looking for strike 3. So the first 2 batters reach, and then Gannon strikes out the side in the 7th inning. No runs, 1 hit, 1 error, and 2 left.
1 hit, 1 Indian error.
Stretch time here in Waterville. It's 4-3.
Indians. And now it is time for America's 7th.
Fox 9's Town Ball Tour is in full swing. Join us Wednesdays as we celebrate the small towns of Minnesota. Fox 9's Town Ball Tour, presented by Sieben Carey Personal Injury Law and JTR Roofing.
right, another new pitcher for New Prague as we start the bottom of the 7th inning. Brody Isley, 29, will come in. And that ends the night for Riziko, who pitched 1 inning. 2 runs, walked 3, struck out 1 hit, 28 pitches and 12 strikes. And here is Brody Isley, as you see him there, number 29. He's worked 4 innings, or 1 inning, I should say. Faced 4 batters, allowed 1 hit. So he's getting a chance to pitch here in the bottom of the 7th.
Now pitching for the Orioles, number 29, Brody Isley.
And Waterville will lead off.
Number 9, Thomas Hiller.
Thomas Hiller, number 9, will lead off. Cook, 0 for 3 in his place. And there's a pitch low, 1 ball and no strikes. Hiller, Sellner's spot in the batting order is due up. And then Ben Baran, his spot, and it's 1 ball and 1 strike. And I'm counting on pinch hitters here for just about everybody in the order at this point. And here's a pitch sliced foul over the screen and on a play, 1-2. Isley, the 4th pitcher to work for New Prague tonight. They trail at 4-3 here in the bottom of the 7th. Here's the pitch. Big, slow breaking ball. Got him looking. And Hiller just watched that one go by. Your eyes get bigger and bigger and bigger until it's too late. Now he is a strikeout victim. Colby Fessel, number 26, takes a strike. Fessel on the season, 3 for 8, 375, and he fouls the ball straight back. 2 strikes to him already. Moran, the shortstop, will hit here for Waterville in the 7th inning. You can't take your shortstop out. He's ready now. The 0-2 pitch in the dirt. 1 ball and 2 strikes. Well, I mean, you can take your shortstop out. Just the broadcasters would appreciate it if you didn't. So we shall see. Isley ready. Breaking ball, didn't mean to. Grounded slowly towards the middle. Deutsch over, and it's go to first. Not in time, and he legs it out. An infield single, almost a slow motion play as Fessel grounded one very slowly to short, and almost like he didn't mean to swing, but he got it past the pitcher, and that was going to be trouble the moment that happened. And here is Moran, the shortstop, 1 for 1 with a run scored. He's doubled in a run, scored, and walked twice. Now the pitch, and that is in the dirt, and a nice block there. One ball and no strikes. Motter still catching for New Prague. Fessel gets his lead from first base, and the pitch. That is another nice stop. 2-0. Runner at first base, 1 out in the bottom of the 7th inning in a 4-3 game. Waterville trying to improve this to 18-3 on this season. This is the last game of the season for New Prague in the regular season. It's grounded foul on the third base side. I believe I said they had 2 left, and I had that backwards. Waterville has 2 games left, and New Prague playing the last game of its regular season tonight. They have a winning record at 12-10. And they've given a pretty good Waterville team all they want here tonight. And we aren't exactly finished yet, so we still got 2 innings to go. New Prague with plenty to say here. Isley ready now. 2-1. And that's in the dirt. 3 balls and a strike. He's trying to keep the ball down, obviously, against good hitting outfit, but down there isn't going to do you much good. Now Isley looks over at the runner at first base. Comes set and works 3-1. That is ball 4. And Fessel moves on to second base. First and second, one out.
Number 23, Jason Bubba Schneider.
And it's Jason Schneider who came on as a pinch runner for Selner in the 6th inning, now getting the bat for himself. Fastball is inside. 1 ball and no strikes. Schneider 1 for 5 on this season. Batting 200. Here's a pitch. A swing and a miss. Lead on the fastball, 1-1. Gannon in the pitcher's spot is due up next. There's the pitch. That's a little bit low. And it's 2-1. Now Isley comes set, and here is the pitch. And that is off the plate. And it's 3-1. Gannon with a bat in his hands, a little bat here. And the 3-1 pitch from Isley. Breaking ball is over, and the string is out 3-2. Now Isley ready. And here is the pitch. Golfed into right center field, is going to drop for a base hit. And Fessel being waved around third. And the throw is going to be cut off. The run will score, and Waterville expands its lead to 5-3 here in the bottom of the 7th inning. First run batted in for Schneider.
Now batting for the Indians, number 5 pitcher, Tom Gannon.
And now we're going to get a conference here. The trip from Nick Schoenecker, and we'll see what they do. Runners at the corners, 1 out here in the bottom of the 7th, and a run in for Waterville. There's a 5-3 advantage. Now the conference over, and Brody Isley is left to face his opponent. Opposing pitcher Jimmy Gannon here with 1 gone. He will not hold with the runner at first base. And here's the pitch. Gannon swings and misses. And a breaking ball for strike 1. He was hit by a pitch in the 6th inning and then scored the go-ahead run later on in the frame. Isley ready. Here's the 0-1. That is low. 1 ball and 1 strike. It was good to see town ball stadiums with their own organists. 1-1. Strike called. Fastball on the corner, 1-2. From New Prague. In the 8th inning here, trailing by 2. They led at 3-2 as late as the 6th inning. Waterville has come on here, and here's the 1-2 from Isley. Gannon takes, and it's away, 2-2. 5 runs, 8 hits. And they got 1 error on the board for Waterville. I thought they'd been charged with 2. 4-7-0 for New Prague. And there's a fastball on the outside corner for strike 3, and Gannon is caught looking. For the 2nd out of the inning, 2nd strikeout for Isley. He's also got a walk.
Nolan Wetzel.
And now at the plate, Nolan Wetzel. who was 4 for 17 on the season. And he takes 1 ball and no strikes. Nolan Gross in right field was 0 for 2. And that misses as well. 2 balls and no strikes. And Ty Koss waiting on deck. Here's the pitch. Swing and a miss. Breaking pitch low and away, caught him flat-footed, 2-1. So Koss, the left fielder here for Waterville. There's another swing and a miss. 2 balls and 2 strikes, waiting on deck. Isley ready. Resets, and here he comes, 2-2. Swung on and lifted foul on the third base side, straight over our heads and right towards the parking lot.
$1 per foul ball.
We expect nobody was injured. 2-2. Isley ready. Here comes the 2-2. Swing and a miss late on the fastball. Isley strikes out the side in the 7th inning.
Summary for the Indians.
But another run for Waterville. 2 hits. And where is they leave 2? We played 7, and it is Waterville 5, New Prague 3 here on Fox9.com.
All season long, you've gathered with friends, neighbors, and family at ball yards all across Minnesota.
Still going, gone! A home run!
Diamonds that define hundreds of communities. Town Ball binds together our passion for baseball and our hometowns.
So Wetzel is in right field now for Waterville. He's not. That can't be right. Well, you know what? We'll just call him as we see him. How does that sound? Scorebook damage beyond repair here is played.
For the Orioles, number 29, Brody Isley.
And Isley will lead off, the pitcher here in the 7th inning. Gannon works to him, and he takes a strike called. Gannon has struck out 4 and walked 1. Now the pitch, and Isley takes strike 2. Gannon quickly ahead in the count. Looks in 0-2, and here's his pitch. Swung on and slap foul on the first base side. Well, that's trouble back there as it wound up sailing just over the screen. It's a low screen here. The area right beyond the home plate section. Got to stay alive here. Look alive. Here's a 0-2, and there's a fastball away. And it's 1 ball and 2 strikes. Motter's spot in the order is due up, and he's gone all the way at catcher so far. There's a 1-2. He took a 3rd strike in on the hands, and he knew it. First out of the inning. And we're going to get a hitter here for Motter. 5 strikeouts for Gannon.
Now batting, number 28, Evan Anderson.
Evan Anderson, number 28, takes ball 1. Gannon ready. Left-hander comes to the plate, and it's a strike called, 1-1. Anderson, and just his second at-bat of the summer. 0 for 1, so looking for hit number 1 as Gannon works to him. Swing and a miss. And it's a ball and 2 strikes. Gannon ready. Comes to the plate, 1-2. Swung on and fouled at the plate to stay alive. One and 2. Gannon sets, and here he comes. Fastball, swing and a miss for strike 3. That is the 5th straight strikeout for Gannon, who has struck out 6 in the game. And Colin Dorzinski is at the plate for New Prague. And there's a swing. Foul at the plate. And a conversation here at the mound. Might have crossed up the catcher there. Caught the umpire as well. So,
former Indian Jimmy Bartle, Hall of Fame.
Dorzinski lined out his first time up, came on as a pinch hitter in the 6th inning. Now everybody is ready to go again. Gannon swung on, and that's hit in the air to left field. Koss comes in and makes the catch, and that retires the side in the New Prague half of the 8th inning.
3 up and 3 down for the Orioles. We go to the bottom.
1-2-3-0 across. We played 7.5, and Waterville has a 5-3 lead here on Fox9.com.
More is better, and Fox 9 now has more. More streaming, more local stories, more shows, and, well, more. Go ahead, try it out, and discover more on the Fox 9 News app and at fox9.com.
Pitcher number 5 for New Prague is in. Bo Plaisance, number 32. Who came on as a pinch hitter and then played third base for Bergman. Isley is now there. Check that for New Prague now. Third base is Solheid. He had been there. He's batting for Bergman. All right, we go to the bottom of the 8th inning, and it's going to be 8, 9, and 1 coming up. The book closed on Brody Isley. He goes 1 inning. He allows 1 earned run, 2 hits, struck out the side, and walked 1.
Now pitching for the Orioles, number 32, Bo Plaisance. Batting for the
They
Indians,
walked
number
6
1,
tonight, New Prague pitching. There's Kaus to lead off the bottom half of the 8th inning for Waterville. Kaus singled his first time up and drove in a couple of runs in the 6th inning. It was one of the big hits in the game on a pitch. Gets away, 1 ball and no strikes from Plaisance. Again, pitcher number 5 for New Prague in this game. Drops down and then misses low. 2 balls and no strikes. And we're going to get a hitter here for Turner. Catcher in the bottom of the 8th inning. As Mac Lemke is swinging a bat, and there's a strike called. 2-1. Ready, and here comes the pitch. Swung on, and that is line to the gap in right center field. That's going to split the outfielders. Rounding first base, Kaus will head on to second, and he will make it standing with a leadoff double. Good contact there for Ty Kaus, and he is
batting for the Indians, number 24, Matt Lemke.
the leadoff runner. Lemke stands in now. With a runner in scoring position, Lemke on the season is 3 for 6. Has 1 RBI. And a pitch called low, 1 ball and no strikes from Pleasance, and it's Lemke make something happen here in the bottom of the 8th. Here's the pitch on the way. And that gets away, goes back to the screen. Wild pitch will move Kaus up to third base. Looking ahead to the 9th inning for New Prague, we believe it'll be Dorowski, Pleasance, and Prohaska. Those are the players that batted last time through the order as teams went ahead and substituted out their teams. 2-0. Strike called. On the inside corner, 2 balls and a strike. Now the pitch, and that is low. So it's 3-1 to Lemke with a runner already at first base and nobody out here in the 8th. Now the pitch, swung on and rolled to the right side. And the infield playing in there. Up the runner back to third base. And Lemke is retired.
Now batting for the Indians, number 27.
The infield up at all 4 stations. And now for Waterville is Tyler Brecky, number 27. He's 2 for 9 on the season. Takes a strike. One for 4 night for Bartle, the center fielder, and there's strike 2. As Pleasance now starting to warm into things again. Infield still in at all 4 stations. And there's a little excuse me swing and a ball flip foul on the first base side. Count holds at 0-2. We play the bottom of the 8th inning here on a tremendous night. Waterville to close out our town ball tour. And here's a pitch swung on and grounded back to the mound. And Pleasance throws on to first base. And again, the runner has to hold. And no advancement there. And that will
now batting for the Indians, number 10, Brody.
Leave things up to Brody Baran, number 10. So Hiller, 1 appearance, caught looking, and he slices 1 fouled on the first base side that gets out of play.
Those are still worth $1. Bring it over.
So Brody Baran
please.
coming to the plate. A pinch hit roll. Pleasance throw a fastball right past him for strike 2. Brody Baran is hitting 4 for 10 in the summer. So a 400 man at the plate. No balls and 2 strikes. Pleasance works, and upstairs with a fastball 1-2. He brings that ball from behind his body. He has a kind of that hitch in his motion. Hides the ball for just a second. Now the pitch, and that is fouled straight back. And the count holds at a ball and 2 strikes. Bobby Fessel is on deck. Runner at third base, 2 outs. And here is the pitch. And he misses up high there with a fastball, and he didn't like his release point there as he strides off the mound. 2-2. Now ready, and here he comes. Swing and a miss. He threw a fastball right past him, and that retires the side. So a runner at third base and nobody out.
Summary for
in the
Indians,
8th
no
inning,
runs, one
and
hit,
Waterville
one
doesn't
run
score.
for
No runs, one hit, no errors, and one left. And we have played 8 full, and it is 5-3 for Waterville.
All season long, you've gathered with friends, neighbors, and family at ball yards all across Minnesota.
Still going, gone! A home run!
Diamonds that define hundreds of communities. Town Ball binds together our passion for baseball and our hometowns.
Turner back in the game as the catcher to re-enter. And Gannon will come out to pitch the 9th inning. This is his 5th inning of work.
In the 9th inning for the Orioles, leading off, Aiden Dorzinski, number 8.
And New Prague, Aiden.
Could you please turn off the lights, the car up on the hill behind home plate? Turn off your lights, please. Thank you.
Aiden Dorzinski will lead off. He is 0 for 1, and there he lines a ball to left field, and it gets past the outfielder. In left field Koss, and let's see how many he can get here as the ball rolls to defense. A big turn at second base and a leadoff double for Dorzinski in the 9th inning for New Prague.
Now batting the pitcher, number 32, Bo Plaisance.
And here's Bo Plaisance, the pitcher, now with a runner at second base. He is the tying run. Well, surprise there as Koss came in and the ball skipped past him. 8th hit for New Prague. Now the pitch. Fastball right in there for a strike. Plaisance came in the 7th inning, reached on an error. 0 for 1 in this game. And now the pitch. That's a strike called. 0-2. Prohaska waiting on deck for New Prague. Now the pitch. Curveball, strike 3. And Plaisance goes down on strikes. Strikeout number 7 for Gannon.
Now batting number 25, Cam Prohaska.
And 6 of his last 7 outs have been by strikeout. Here's Prohaska. Singled his first time up, and there's a pitch low and away, a breaking ball. 1 ball and no strikes. Dorzinski, the runner at second base with 1 out here in the 9th. New Prague trailing 5-3. Backed him off. Jackknife at the plate there. 2 balls and no strikes. Solheit on deck for New Prague as they try to come up with 2 in the 9th. Here's the pitch. He offered and didn't go far enough. Pitch in the dirt. And it's now 3 balls and no strikes. Gannon ready, and here's the pitch. He's taking all the way there and takes strike 1. And that hit him.
Now batting for the Orioles, number 15, Simon Solheim.
Each team has hit a batter tonight, and here is Solheim. Struck out swinging his first time up, and he represents the go-ahead run at the plate. The tying run is at first base here in the ninth. So Prohaska singled and has then been hit by a pitch. Solheim ready, lefty against lefty, and now Gannon will step off.
See that big vertical there, huh?
That was good.
Now the pitch. A strike on the outside corner. 60 pitches for Gannon coming into this inning. I had him with, and 37 strikes. Here's the 0-1. Big breaking ball on the corner. 0-2, and Scheid now in a bit of a hole here. Now the 0-2 delivery. Swing and a miss. Pulled the string on him and struck him out. Eighth strikeout for Gannon. And that'll leave it up to Ben Schmitz. 2 out, 2 on here in the ninth inning. And the pitch. Swung on, and that is sliced foul down the right field line. Decent contact, but a little bit late.
Ben Schmitz.
Strike one the count. Now Gannon ready, and here he comes. And he missed the fastball upstairs there. 1-1. McBroom waiting on deck for New Prague. Here's a 1-1 pitch. A fastball up, and it is 2-1. Gannon working quickly here with 2 outs in the ninth. And the pitch. Swing and a miss. Boy, he went for the downs there and swung right past a fastball. 2 balls and 2 strikes now, so 1 more to get for Gannon for Waterville. Comes set. And the pitch. Upstairs. 3-2. A walk here would put the tying run in scoring position for New Prague. 3 balls, 2 strikes, everybody moving here. And a swing and a miss, a foul tip strikeout, the 9th strikeout of the game for Gannon, and the game is over.
Final score, Indians 5.
In the 9th inning for New Prague, no runs, 1 hit, no errors, and they leave 2.
Celebration of baseball. Appreciate the Oriole fans from New Prague.
And the final score tonight is Waterville 5, New Prague 3. The final totals for tonight's game: Waterville 5 runs, 8 hits, 2 errors, they leave 9. New Prague 3 runs, 8 hits, and no errors, and they leave 10. The winning pitcher in relief is Tom Gannon, who goes 5 innings, strikes out 9, walks 1, and he allowed 2 hits. So a nice relief effort there for Tom Gannon. He picks up the victory for Waterville tonight, and he improves to 4-0 on the season. The losing pitcher is Frank Rzichka for New Prague, who pitched the 6th inning, allowed 2 runs, 2 hits, walked 3, and struck out 1, and winds up taking the loss after 1 inning of work tonight. Nathan Sproles started for New Prague, went 4 innings, struck out 6, and allowed 2 runs, so he makes his comeback from injury. Time of tonight's game, 2 hours and 26 minutes. Still not a bad time. And that will do it for us here on the Fox 9 Town Ball Tour. On behalf of all our friends at Prep Spotlight TV and Fox 9 and Fox9.com, Jeff Pappas saying thanks so much for following us along all summer. We'll see you for the state tournament coming up in August. You're enjoying the Fox 9 Town Ball Tour on Fox9.com and Prep Spotlight TV. Good night.